In this video today, we are taking a look at the top 8 decks from the Sydney Regional Qualifier. Incredible diversity in the meta at this event. Credit to Riot and the Riftbound team. We had 6 different legends in the top 8. We had 2 Aurelias, 2 Dianas, Sivir, Vex, Teemo, and Leblanc. And then in the top 12, we had 10 different legends. We had a Set, Draven, Rengar, and Master Yi. Some absolutely incredible gameplay at the event. And in this video, we're going to break down the top 8 decks, look at them in detail, explain what I think is good about them, some of the choices that they made, and go from there. As always, I really appreciate everyone who's tuning into the channel. Support means a lot. If you like this type of content where I look at the top decks, I do gameplay, I do tier list, tutorials, all the good stuff, please do consider subscribing to the channel. It massively helps it to grow. The aim is to get to 1,000 subscribers so we can start earning money on YouTube, which would be really nice. But yeah, thank you for tuning in. So we're going to go through the decks. Have I done it? We'll do it from 8th down to 1st. I think that's fair. This was Alan ZQ. By the way, shout out again to Riftx. Incredible website and resource. The speed at which they get the decks on here, whether it's the top events all the way to locals, really good. Riftx is a fantastic website. And if you're looking for a legend, for inspiration for decks, you can just go on this website, search legend, and look at loads of recent tournaments and see the best performances from that legend. It's a really good way, especially if you're new to the game, to actually learn how to build a deck. You can look at, I've been building a Master Yi deck recently. From there, I looked at loads of different decks, took out what I thought was the best stuff, and put my own spin on it. So, Diana, this is Alan ZQ, obviously Unreal Ezreal player in set 2. So Lunari seems to be the way that all of the Dianas are going. I thought the Diana No Longer Human looked really good. However, we're just not really seeing it. There's quite a few 2-drops in here. So we've got the Raven Bloom and Tide Turner. I think Tide Turner is just always such a popular card because of the plays you can do with it. And it's a turn 1. Plundering Pro, decent for gold. Raven Bloom, you've got 20 spells. It makes it pretty obvious why you do that. Vex, just a very good unit in general. Hui, really good engine and draw engine and can do quite a few different stuff. Vex Cheerless, you can do some really good lines with this. Surprised to only see 1,000 Tail Watcher. I would have thought you'd see more. 1,000 Tail is a very good finisher. Existential Dread's very good. The other thing I'm a bit surprised as well is no Fizz. Fizz is a really, really powerful card, especially on decks in purple that run a lot of spells. So quite interesting. I'll be very interested. We'll probably look at the other Diana deck straight away just to compare the two. This is when I'm talking about all this. This is not me questioning it. It's more just interested to see Alan's like taking it. He's obviously a better player than me. Stack deck, very obvious for the draw. Stupefy, good little combat trick. Abandon. I've seen a mix of some purples running hard bargain, some running abandon. Abandon can be very nice. Flash, very powerful. Go to your locals, get the promo version. Ride the Wind, again, can make some big plays with that. Eclipse, very nice in Diana. Moonfall, very powerful signature. And Starcross, one of the MVPs of the event. I saw a lot of Starcross. Again, no gusts in this deck. Bit surprising. Abandoned Hall, I think every Irelia and Diana decks were in this. Static Peak's pretty nice. Targon's Peak, ready 2 runes, very good go first. Sprite Farm, probably more for aggro games. Turn to Dust, you need that really for the Aurora games. Extra Starcross probably for Aurora. And Baron Nashor, pretty solid one. I'd be interested to know when he actually used that. Interesting choices though. I think this is a decent mix. It's got some aggro, it's got some mid-range, it's got some control. It's a pretty good deck that does a lot of things. I don't know if Alan got on stream this weekend. If he did, I missed it. Always like watching Alan play. Very good player. And he made top 8 again. So keeps that streak. Didn't get the best of though. The best of went to Nice Boy. Apparently that's his name. So we're seeing, I haven't looked at these decks before, so when I'm commenting on them, by the way, I haven't seen them unless I watched them on stream come up. So we've got the same 2-drops, Raven Bloom, Tide Turner. One less 2-drop though. We are seeing Fizz in this one. A few less units, I believe. We've got seeing 1 instead of 3. There's a Mind Splitter where there wasn't Alan's. 1 less Vex Cheerless. Still got the 3 Ways. So how many did Alan have? Yeah, Alan had 2 more units. Interesting. Some gear though. Frigid Jewel. When you draw your second card each turn, give a friendly unit +2. Interesting. I didn't really massively rate this card when I saw it. Okay, he's got two less units, but he's got less rights. Not always guaranteed to see it though. Gust, very, very powerful. I think Gust in this meta is very, very good. I'm surprised Alan didn't run it. I'd be interested to talk to him, see what his logic behind that was. But yeah, really cool card in this meta, especially against like Leblancs and stuff like that. Stack deck, again, obvious, stupefy obvious. He had one less flash. No abandons, only one hard bargain. So it's interesting to see there's a bit of different tech choice, or deck tech choice. Extra Ride the Wind, Smoke Screen. I would have thought in Diner you'd prefer Eclipse. It does cost one more energy, but no power, and it gives Predict. One less Moonfall. One more Starcross. He's got Fading Memories starting in the game. Similar battlefields. He swapped the Star Tip for Ravenbloom. Again, I probably would have gone with Ravenbloom over Star Tips as you go second because of all the spells you've got on there. But yeah. We don't see the sideboard here, though. They don't have all the sideboards straight away necessarily, so I'm interested to see what the sideboard would have been. I imagine there would have been some more Gear Hate Aurora tech in there. But yeah, the two Diner decks, very good. Diner's very popular. Where did Ezreal finish? Where was the best Ezreal? So there's two sets quite high. So Fiora there. Poppy got 21. Prismat in his own words basically said, I played bad. I didn't pilot this deck very well. In his own, there's an Ezreal there. Prismat said in his own words that this is the best deck basically in the format right now. It's got no weak matchups. I just played bad, which fair. I don't know if I fully agree with that. Alan said, to be fair, on his as well. They are teammates, but fair play to him if he's openly saying he doesn't think he played as well as he could have. It takes a lot to say that. So Leblanc, this was the baited hook when I saw this on stream. From the Challenge TCG boys, all three went there, got the best ofs on set. Volleybet and Leblanc. Really like the Challenger TCG channel and team, they're really good. Very, very unit heavy. You can brick in baited hook when you've got this many low cost units. But it's obvious what Leblanc's trying to do. She's trying to get on the board early, spam out a load of units, get a load of strength. Glass Mixologist has a lot of strength in this. Carthus for the double death nows. The Leblanc Fragmented you play in 2 of your 3 battlefields. In Windswept Hillock, though, you play the Everywhere at Once Leblanc because you just get more value from it. I already knew that from playing the Leblanc, but Daniel, Daniel Zeidenberg, who played this deck, said that on an interview. Lots of big units in there too. The Death Knell from Ruined Rex, if you have one Calf's out, it's pretty crazy, and it's just a big unit anyway. Harness Dragon's really nice. Rift Held, very powerful. If you can get Calf's out and they're not miles ahead of you, I don't know what the enemy's supposed to do. This deck's scary. I'd be interested how he lost. I thought this deck was looking like it could go all the way. Baited Hook, very powerful, very expensive though. Sacrifice, really cool yellow card that's seen a lot of inclusion in a lot of yellow-orange decks this set. Hidden Blade, sometimes it's just nice for drawing yourself if you're struggling. Sometimes it's nice to get rid of a big unit. Mirror Image, very powerful signature. Probably the best signature spell in the game. Aspirant, you're playing this generally as a go second, knowing that you want to stall the game. There's not many decks in the game that are going to outscale a LeBlanc deck once she gets going. Star Spring, good game 1, can do lots of fun stuff with it. I think battlefields like this, the better the player, the more value you can get out of it. And then Windswept Hillock, double scoring with LeBlanc is very scary. Gear Hay, Ash, very nice tech for the Aurora. You play Ash, and then they reveal the hand. If they have an Aurora, they banish it, but they don't get it back until they hold. It's going to be hard to hold if you don't get your Aurora down. Vi Peacekeeper, one of the best cards in this set, in my opinion. But yeah, very cool deck. Teemo. I think LeBlanc, by the way, will win at least one regional this set. Teemo, this was not a deck that I was expecting to see at all in the top 8. Fair play to Ash and Oceana. Really good performance. Teemo Strategist, so all about the hidden stuff. We've got an Evelyn in there. She's pretty solid. hidden Teemos, more hidden Teemos, hidden Tide Turners, hidden Windsingers, Nocturne in there. We've got a Baron. There's a lot of hidden units. Sprite Fountain's just some good early aggro. Existential Dread's a good one. Bone Skewer, another hidden. Guerrilla Warfare. Probably not seeing that often, but you're going to play it when you're playing against, you're playing so many hiddens. Switcheroo, very powerful in this deck. Again, another hidden. I'm amazed that, by the way, that there's not a Bandle Tree. He's got so many hidden cards. I can't believe he's not put the Bandle City Tree. He obviously is a much better Teemo than me, but yeah. Sprite Core, just more sprites out. Consult the Pass, another hidden. How many hiddens is there? 3, 6, 8, 11, 14, 16, 19, 20, 21 hidden cards. More than half the deck is hidden. Don't think I've ever seen that much. This would be an annoying deck to play against. Singularity is a good clear. I've been very interested to watch this. I don't know if it got on stream. I didn't see if it did. Very cheap deck as well. I don't know what it would be in European prices, but $61. There's not really any expensive cards in here outside of Baron. I'm going to imagine Baron's not super important. No stat deck's interesting, by the way. You've got Nocturne. When you look at cards from the top of your deck and don't draw them, you see me, you may play me. Where is the actual draw power from Nocturne coming in? Like, just looking, consult the past. I don't know. I don't see that. I don't really get how the Nocturne's working in there unless I'm missing something. Let me know in the comments. Yeah, interesting Teemo deck. Irelia, we've got 2. This one came 5th. Ghost Driver, top 4. He came 2nd, did he, in Bologna on Victor? Very good play again. A top 8 on another legend. Completely different colours as well. I think being able to get any top 8 in these events is clearly unreal. Being able to do it though on a completely different legend, a completely different set of colours is pretty impressive. So quite a few units in here. You've got the Lonely Poros, you've got the Tide Turners, you've got your 2-drops early on. Sneaky Deckhand, occasionally you can just catch people out. Stellar Corn for the draw engine. Vex Apothec can do some really powerful stuff. Mind Split is nice for getting rid of the key stuff. Some useful gear in here. Edge of Night can catch people out. The deck's still built around Irelia though, let's be honest. Charm's really nice just to get rid of key units. You do need, I think, some sort of way of dealing with like Carthses and things like that. Defiant Dance, incredible signature, one of the best signatures in the game. It's not letting me, it's not highlighting the cards right, I don't know what's the matter. Oh well. Do there. No. Defy, really powerful. There's a lot of spells that can get defied in this meta, I think. On guard, just a very nice buff for Irelia. Gust, solid. Discipline, draw power. There's just a lot of cards in here that have got a lot of value in different ways. You don't really, without a Stellar Corn or Cycle Free deck, so be interested to see how that played out. Abandoned Hall is incredible in this Irelia. It targets her, so it gives her another +1, so she get +2 from this. Sunken Temple, really good draw power. Targon's Peak, powerful again. She has a lot of low-cost spells that she can benefit from that. No sideboard here, but you can see what this Irelia deck's trying to do. It's trying to buff up Irelia. It's got fallback with different units. It's got some early game presence. It's got battlefields that really suit it. Very good deck. I do think Irelia is one that, when she gets piloted well, she's very hard to beat, and I can only imagine Ghost Driver did a very good job at that. We have the winner. We're going to look at both Aurelias at the same time. So 11 units to 13 from Ghost Driver. Scuttle Crab. Scuttle Crab, a lot of people think is one of the best cards in this set. Scuttle Crab, very powerful, just hand knowledge alone. There's an Adaptatron. Interesting to have an Adaptatron in the main. There was some controversy, people saying that he marked the card. I'm not going to get into that, but I'd be interested to see if there's any more discourse about that. And the Stellar Corns is really good for draw power. I quite like this decision more than Ghost Drivers having 3 of these each. These are pretty key cards, so to just stick them in there, I think that's really good. Charm, really powerful. Lots of Defiant Dances, Defies. These are pretty damn similar, I think, really, compared to Ghost Driver. The difference is just the gear and units a little bit. But we're doing the same type of stuff. They've got the same battlefields. Irelia, really, really powerful. Quite versatile in the ways you can build her. But I do prefer this build. These are pretty key components. Boots of Swiftness change the deck, in my opinion. So I don't see why you wouldn't run them. Yeah, very interesting. No sideboard. I haven't actually seen what. I didn't watch the final. It was I was busy at the time. I've obviously seen clips of it though, so I'd be interested to see. I think the Starcross as well is really nice tech. This set, it's just a crazy card anyway. It's not really something that Aurelia would tend to want to run, in my opinion. However, it is worth running in Aurelia when there's an Aurora lying around. So we've got that's first and fifth. We're going to look at the Vex in fourth place, from EEP Bonk Repeat. Vex is pretty obvious what she wants to do. She wants to hold. Vex Apathetic, really good card. Evelyn, really nice, just pulling stuff towards you. Mutated Mouser, really good tank, very good 2-drop. Treasure Hunter, getting some gold to help you to scale. I'm surprised not to see any Vilemores. I really rate the Vilemore card. I thought we'd probably see some Vilemores. I would have thought Vilemore would be at least one or two of Invex decks. Teemo Scout, I guess you get a lot of value in this as a hidden. Maybe that's where it's coming from. Pike, pretty good card, getting gold from him. Ember Monk, I wouldn't have thought Vex would be so built around hidden cards, to be fair, but I can see some of the strength in it. This one here is maybe this one, the card needs to allow you to take other battlefields a bit easier. Sona, very good, gives you a lot of runes. Boots of Swiftness. I did think one of the things that Vex could struggle with is taking other battlefields if she falls behind on points count. So this deck does seem to have some answers to that. Emperor's Divide, very, very good for that. That's a really good card, to be fair. The difference to Flash is it's not react, but this is a quick way of getting your whole battlefield and just taking the enemies. So I like that. Back off's pretty nice. Yeah, I can see what this deck's trying to do. It's really cool. Bandle Tree, that's probably a game one. If you can get on there, you're going to benefit a lot with all the hiddens in this. Star Spring's pretty nice. Startic Peak can do some cool stuff too. Yeah, I can see what that Vex deck's trying to do though. I can imagine that would be quite annoying to play against. And then second place, the Aurora. In one sense, I wanted Aurora to win, so it gets banned. I like what Aurora can do, but I don't like it in a competitive sense. I've done videos about this. I just think it's not fun to play, in my opinion, and it's not fun to play against. So that's my opinion. I'm interested in what you all think. Civil Mercenary, pretty solid, gives you an accelerate option, can allow you to catch people out. Mind Split, if you pull this off the top deck, is pretty nice. Could get rid. This one's pretty good. It can get rid of some gear hate. If they've got a way of killing your Aurora, then you can do that. Elder Dragon, it's obvious why you'd want an Elder Dragon in. Can do some crazy stuff. Scribe's Bloom, just quickly getting you Aurora. Pack of Wonders allows you to scale up quicker. Treasure Trap, scale up quicker. Last Rites, you don't have many units. This allows you to get them back. Obviously why you'd have free Dazzling Aurora. Flurry of Blades is nice tech that you can do with Elder Dragon to completely wipe all the battlefield. They errated Elder Dragon to make it so you could do this and then later in the battle, when you do the Aurora trigger, if you get an Elder Dragon, this still triggers. I don't really think that's how it should work, but it is. Gust, this is just stopping your opponents getting points too early. Sabotage, this is a way of stopping them having gear hate. Stat deck, getting to your Aurora quicker. Disposal Order, what's this? I've seen this one, but I've not seen it used. Choose up to blah blah blah. I guess it's just a draw, or you can force your opponents to have to recycle something that you don't want them to have. This could be quite nice against Starcross, I'd imagine, if they've got like fizzes and stuff. Mobilize, you're just getting your runes up quicker. Lunaboon, getting cards quicker. And Catalyst of Aeons, channeling your runes quicker so you can ramp up. The whole deck is built for one thing: get Aurora out and annoy people with Elder Dragon. Good amount of stuff here. These are all to slow down your opponent. Ultimately, if you get an Aurora down and they don't have the answer to it, and the game's not already over, you win. That's just pretty much how Aurora works. Yeah, so really good meta, I think, right now. We've got quite a mix, lots of high performing legends. I'd be tempted to look at some of these when I think we might do a breakdown of some of the other legends that surprised later on this week. Let me know if there's any particular type of videos you would like to see me do. But yeah, I'm really happy. This tournament really did showcase what I hoped we would see at the start of set 3. Riftbound is in a healthy place meta-wise. The game's really popular. The game's very accessible. That is a separate video. Is it too accessible in the sense of packs are so worthless, it seems, almost, because no cards have any value outside of basic signatures? But yeah, I'm really loving Riftbound. I'm excited to go to Utrecht later this, not this month, but in about a month. If you've been to a regional qualifier, let me know what you think of it. If you're going to one, let me know. As always, appreciate you guys. Talk, debate in the comments. What do you think of these decks? You guys are great. Appreciate the support. Sub to the channel. See you in the next one. Peace.